Take action on our website and our content. So you got to update us what you've been doing.
I am.
Yeah.
A little bit of an update. The website's live. We've been live about a week and a half at this point. We did have some financials posted. In a second, I'll take a break from this slideshow, and we'll go take a look at that and see if that was the direction the board wanted to head with the financials. I know last board meeting we discussed a problem with our previous IT firm, FRC Technologies, was maintaining ownership of the domain names that we had purchased. They have since complied with the lawyer's request and have granted us access to those domain names. They are in transfer as we speak. Approximate time on retrieving the old domains is about another 2 to 3 weeks. I also have a mission statement that should have been included in y'all's packets that we would like to try to get the board passed as some content for the website. It came to my attention that we don't really have a mission statement as of yet. Very open to suggestions on this. This is just something that was roughly drafted, myself and Terry. I'll give y'all a second to look over that. Mission statement there. This is kind of the direction that we headed with the financials on the website. This was the combined budget year-to-date report that's provided by Golub Morgan and Petty. So we're able to keep this up to date monthly. Open for suggestions on whether this was the direction the board wanted to go with financials, or if we need to see some more information, less information.
It's definitely a huge step in the right direction. I know there was been a lot of public demand for the checkbook register to be published.
We're still trying to investigate how we're going to do that. It'll be a little bit easier once we get things shifted back with Jackson. There's a lot of personal information that may be on those check registers as well. We need to try to keep confidential.
Okay.
Well, I think that the consensus of our commissioners is we would like to see a checkbook register.
Okay.
My personal concerns is the fact that the information wouldn't compromise anybody for identity theft.
Right.
I've personally been a victim of identity theft. So whether it's names, socials, date of birth, stuff like that, that's not attached, or anything that that could lead to a case of identity theft. But I think the consensus of the board is the fact we'd like to, this is good.
Okay.
That's good right there. And it's surprising when I saw it the other day on there that we had it already. Keep investigating.
Okay.
Possibility of trying to get the checkbook on there.
Our next step from here is probably me speaking with Golub Morgan and Petty to see if they have a software that will do that for us.
Okay.
If not, it is going to be probably a day's work each time we update it.
Supposedly, mysteriously, there is a software. I mean, I've heard of this thing.
I'm sure
it's like Bigfoot.
somewhere there is.
Right.
Yeah.
Somewhere there is.
Like
It's just finding the right people that know where it's at and how much it's going to cost. A software like that's not going to be something that you're going to get for free. So my next step will be reaching out to Golub Morgan and Petty on how we may go about doing that. Any other comments or suggestions on?
So I guess next month you'll come back and say, this is what I tried to find out about the checkbook and how to, because other than that, it's just something static. You take one document off and put another document on.
Right.
Rather than something, I say, continuously that goes through there.
You're right. Yeah, it'd be a month-by-month thing, I would assume. But that would be the easiest way to do it.
Okay.
You know how, I don't know where to find it, Dina could pinpoint it. Dina, you know how there's a thing in here that shows the checks we wrote, but it's got the amounts, it's got who it's, but it has no check number, and it doesn't show our routing number.
I mean, the only thing I think you take these sheets and run it through, make a PDF form or something other.
Are you talking about the check register?
Yeah.
I My only concern is while we're paying the fire
Okay.
department.
That's gonna phase out.
And I think it should wait till it is phased out, because I don't think all of these firemen's names need to
That's
be out
fine.
there.
What if we target our individual departments reconciling their payroll out of their reimbursement checks by August? Something like that.
We'll work on it.
Hopefully,
That's sweet.
you know, because right now I'm paying Bullard and Jackson Heights. And there's some snags with Bullard that it's not.
He just showed up.
It's not gonna be set up.
It's that uniform.
You know, I don't know. We just have to find out.
But this right here,
The problem with the bookkeeping,
scanning
so,
something like that in, looks generic enough.
yeah.
Yep. Somehow scan these in, make it like a
Yeah.
PDF and just
I'm sure
attach
these,
it.
these come to us electronically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're,
These
they're already in
come elec-
electronic
yeah.
form. We'll
Yeah.
do it.
Electronic, yeah.
Yeah, they kind
We
of
could-
just like those other.
I'm just
reports,
talking about-
Just like that one that you had up there.
Pick up August 1st if we're ready, and then that wouldn't even come to us till September. So whatever you're showing is running a month behind at least.
I mean, if they're coming electronically like this, we can phase out the names that are in there. I mean, we can choose any number of columns to black out
Yeah.
or something.
It's a matter of exportation. and
Yeah,
not
it's just,
exporting that.
just needed to see which direction y'all want it to head.
Like this,
That's,
see this,
yeah, that's definitely
the
direction.
last page got
I think
payroll,
I
but
could
we're hoping.
actually save it and do changes to it to get rid of the column. But if I do that, then
We
it's
wouldn't need
not
to get rid of
gonna
a
show
column, we just have a list of people's names that we don't want to show as a page.
We have a proposed mission statement, value statement, vision statement. I think we probably need to vote on that, say approve it, and give permission for Larry to post that on our website.
I make a motion to table. I've got nothing against it on there. I just would like some time to review it, make sure there's not some other things that we might incorporate. Maybe we can bring some suggestions. I think it's great. I like that. I also agree and realize we didn't have this and it's something I wanted to work towards, but of course there's been a few quote-unquote fires put out before then. So I'm glad that we're moving that way, but I think it's something we ought to look at and
No,
just
that's great.
evaluate it.
This is something we have time on. This is
Sure,
not
yeah,
urgent.
yeah.
All right. Mo- Motion has been made to table the approval of the mission value statement until, say, next month, put that up on there. So, do I hear a second to the motion to table? Okay, Mr. Perryman, seconded that. So, all in favor of tabling that part of it now, say aye. Aye. Okay.